anyway, let's get it. Let's go. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Anchor Teacher family. It is May 4th, I believe. Monday morning. It is a soggy, foggy, cloudy kind of morning, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. Oh my God, I'm here for it. However, because it is that kind of a morning, rainy morning, everyone drives as if they're blind, or they have no place to go, or they don't know where they're going, or they don't know how to get there. So it's like really crawling by. So I thought, you know what? Instead of waiting till I get into the classroom, let me jump on and tell my peoples good morning. It is a B day, my even day. So we'll see how that turns out. You know, my first two blocks are kind of problematic in the fact that they're not bad kids behavior wise, but they're lazy and they just don't have any inspiration. Ironically, my first period, same time of day, the same time in the morning, first block, all the energy in the world. I'm like, and it's a larger class. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna have crickets or whatever. I don't anticipate a lot of work today because they're testing on Thursday, which is make or break us kind of test. The final progress monitoring test for us here in South Florida for my 10th graders. I hope they do well. We've beat the book to death. We've done all that we should be doing. So hopefully it helps. Hopefully they rock the test. On Wednesday, Thursday, it's a whole new thing. Now we're testing 2 days instead of 1. Excuse me. So today, you know, I made some puzzles for them that we're gonna do benchmark related, so they can refresh and keep practicing. They still have their bell ringers, so it's literally not a lot of work. Now I give projects. I'm known as Project King. Some kid, when I taught 8th grade back in a billion years ago, some kid gave me that moniker and it kind of stuck. So I do believe in the novelty of projects and how they teach, you know, the different skills and benchmarks as we work through them. So it's like always reviewing, because we're always working on a project that, you know, whatever. So anyway, so they have 2 projects they should be working on. One is talking about their future aspirations, what they want to do. They have to present that right after the test. They have the entire month of May, if they need it, to present and evaluate each other. And then there is the journals that they've started. They have 100 entries that they have to complete by the middle of, I think the 22nd of May. But they've been working on it. I gave it to them week 1. New kids, I've reduced the number, obviously, for how many they have to do. But if you've been with me since week 1, you have 100 entries, and I've been reminding you since Jesus was in diapers. So here we are. But today, hopefully, is a good day. All right, we'll see y'all in a few. Once I get into the room, I need to print some. I have to print up the puzzles. What else do I have to do? I have to turn on my board. I have to log in, because now they have this new rule. I can't log in anywhere else. It has to be on campus. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'll do that. And some other stuff I have to get done. You know, morning stuff. As teachers, we know we have to prep and do all this stuff before our first kid arrives. So that's what I have to do. So hopefully I remember to take you along with me. Whew. So I made it upstairs, had a few conversations. And you know, logged in, opened up my email, and the first thing I see is that we have a faculty meeting tomorrow. And you know, I knew this, I forgot this. Like, yeah, am I even coming back to this place next year? Do I really need to go? And there's a theme. It's, I don't remember what it is, and it's like a picnic kind of theme where we're outdoors and in the heat. Y'all know I don't like outdoors, right? I don't like the heat. I don't like outdoors, whatever. But that's what we're doing. So, not a happy camper. It is testing week. We've got so much to do, so much planned. I'm not worried about what y'all, I mean, it's closing of the year meeting. I get it. But I think my major concern is that I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I forgot. Dang it. I forgot. Anyway, so I'm here. Let me show you something. So it's several different types. This is, you know, crossword puzzle, and I have different types of it. So if they think they can copy from somebody else, you can't, because they're all like 4 different versions of it, and I'm just printing them and giving them out at random. They're gonna realize once they start, and once you start, you can't do it again because they don't have enough paper. So, or ink. It's the end of the year, and I'm not getting any new ones. So with that said, I think they're gonna have fun. And it gives me some time to grade. It gives them some time to review. We're going to go over them when we're done. And they just get to work with each other and review for their test on Wednesday/Thursday, depending on where their last names fell or whatever, fall. So that's what I have planned for today. If I remember again, I'll take you on the journey. If not, I'll see you at the end of the day. All right? And then I need you to go out and have a great Monday. Talk to y'all later. I am back. They provided today's, well, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. And they provided some breakfast for us today. I don't know what tomorrow is going to be. Tomorrow I know we have a faculty meeting, so let's see what they do for us then. But I got this from a club. I'm not sure what's in it, haven't looked. But it's the gesture. This is nice. This is nice. Literally just left, excuse me, while I'm eating. We just left a meeting. Common planning again. What are we planning at this point? I don't know. But they told us what, you know, we should be doing for the weeks after the test. What's bothering me is I've been doing this for 26 years. Can we be a little bit more strategic and specific about who attends these meetings? Because I don't need you to tell me what to do for 3 weeks. If you know me, you know my track record. The kids are not going to be sitting here doing nothing for 3 weeks. So it's like, you know, I have to endure this foolishness and the condescension from the people from the district. We can't do this and you're not supposed to be. Why not? Why not? We've been busting our behinds with what you want us to do for the longest. All of a sudden now, you know, you're going to keep telling us we can't do it. For the last 3 weeks, we don't even have that academic freedom. Lady, I'm not the one. I'm not in the mood. So basically, I'm doing what I want to do. There's option this and or you can just do it. Then why wasn't that an email? Why did we have to waste our time when I could be grading this? I'm just annoyed by these people from the district because they're concerned about their jobs and if they will keep theirs, because there's shortages and lack of funds and people are going back into the classroom. They're trying to justify their jobs, literally. Don't use me to do it, or my population. Enough. Anyway, we also have a I guess hype session for 9th graders today, and then another one for 10th graders. That's during my 8th period, which is not a bad thing. It's a huge class, but at least they're manageable. At 1:45 today, and then we go home. So I need to pack up my stuff and get ready to, because as soon as I'm done, I don't even care if I hear the bell go off, I'm leaving. And that'll be it. I'll probably hook up with you guys later and tell you how it went. Bye. It is, what is today? It is Tuesday, May 5th. Just left the gym. It is 4:17. God, I work myself to death. How am I going to make it through the day? And there's a faculty meeting at the end. I am seriously crazy. Anyway, it was a chest, triceps day. Knocked it out. I believe. And now I'm heading on home, taking a shower, feed my little knuckleheads, watch the news, get my coffee going, get my lunch together, and I'm hitting the road again for work. Hopefully you guys are getting ready for work too. I don't even know if y'all can see me. I keep forgetting to do this. Anyway, let's get it. Let's go. Here's something I want y'all to do. First of all, good morning again. Made it to work. I'll explain this in a minute. My brothers and a friend of mine, we have this group chat where every morning we greet each other, right? And it has to be something positive. So we're doing, for the longest, we've been doing alliterations. For example, have a terrific Tuesday, or have a marvelous Monday, whatever it is. So I said one this morning, and my friend is cracking up, and like, that was horrible. I'm like, I'm trying. Anyway, this is Tuesday the 5th of May, and it is our last faculty meeting. And so there's a theme. I'm sure they're probably going to feed us and whatever. It's outdoors, which, you know, I'm not an outdoor kind of guy, but got my protection. It's outdoor, and it's like not a luau necessarily, but a beach theme, I think. Picnic, I don't know. Evidently they're going to be lawn chairs and stuff. So this is my poor attempt at cosplaying as a teacher who gives a crap. I am going to, you know, if it doesn't work, first of all, my room is cold, so this is like an extra layer. If it doesn't work, I'll just take the shirt off. But let's see if anybody else participates. I'm usually that guy, so I stopped because I was only one. Let's see if anybody else participates today. All right, I'll let you know. In any case, today is the next set of kids, my A day. So I need to print up some more puzzles. You know, there's something that happened recently. Yesterday, these kids, now, when we were in school, I don't know how old you are, but when I was in school, we used to have puzzles that when we got puzzles, we know it was like a chill day, right? And we didn't have phones for that purpose for the most part. We didn't have phones. We had to go use the phone booth or wait till we got home, and then they introduced the flip phones. It was a long story. Anyway, it is a long story. Anyway, so I gave these kids their puzzles, and do you know that some of them went online and some got the answers from other kids from the earlier periods. Now, I haven't checked anything, so they don't even know if they're right or wrong or whatever. And I don't mind you. it's supposed to be a fun thing, but you had to go online instead of think. And this is, granted, this is stuff we've covered. We've covered since day one. They're literally just going over benchmarks and what identifying the different ones. Nothing that's hard that we've never done before. And these kids could not just, and I was gonna take the phones, but I'm like, it's an easy week. We only have 2 assignments before, because testing, some kids are in and out, and so I wasn't gonna do too much. And they took a fun thing and messed it up. I don't understand these kids. We are so screwed. They can't even do a jumble without getting help from somebody else, which is fine, but they're getting the answers from other people. Once again, I haven't checked anything yet, so you don't even know if you're right, but you didn't even try. That's just blowing my mind. I don't know where we are. I don't know how we got here, and I don't know if we can leave this place of dependency on this lack of doing for yourself, this dependency on others for academics. I don't know how to explain it. It's just blowing my mind. And they're like trying to hide the phone. I'm like, sweetheart, I already saw it. You didn't even try to have fun with the one thing. I should have made it a test. I should have made it a regular assignment. I'm trying to be lighter because the test is on Thursday, and they didn't even understand that. It's just disappointing. It's disheartening. It's disheartening. Anyway, that's my rant for the morning. I'm sure I'll have more going on today. Wherein I have my first block for a couple of minutes, like maybe 40 minutes, which is supposed to be 90, but you know, because we're ninth graders are testing. And then my third block, or my second block, which is my third period, will be in here till 12. I love that class. However, after 3 hours of the same kids, it might get a little bit annoying. And then lunch, and then 5th period. So it finally worked out. Normally we have 7th period, then I have a class I have to do this stuff again. But this time I have 5th period, which is my planning. So it's a nice day. Then I have to hang around for this faculty meeting. But hopefully it's worth it. We'll see. All right, guys, go ahead and get ready for work. I got you. I got stuff to do. I will see y'all later. Hopefully I remember at the end of the day. Okay, bye. So it is the end of the day, and I had planning at the end of it, thank God. After testing for the 9th graders, I only have one 9th grade student, and he couldn't log in to see his score. So he's coming back to show it to me. Well, I have him tomorrow morning, so I can look it up. We have our faculty meeting in a couple of minutes, and I should, if I remember, I'll tell you how it goes. If not, you guys have a good day. I am tired. Didn't do a thing but babysit kids all day. I'm realizing I look a lot like my dad. Anyway, yeah. That's where we are. Good morning, angry teachers. Happy Wednesday. Just left the gym and getting ready to continue the testing season. Some of my kids are testing today, not most of them, so I'm not even administering the test. I don't know how they made the decisions. I think they said it's the lowest 25, but I'm not completely sure because some of those that are testing, I'm not sure why they are. I don't think they're the lowest 25. I mean, they're not the lowest 25, so I don't know. It was just random. I don't know what the plan was, but some of my kids are testing, so wish them luck. And then the rest of them, the bulk of them, most of them, away from the track kids or those who are absent for whatever reason or skipping altogether, they will be testing on the 7th, tomorrow. So I'll let you know how that experience goes. Yeah, so I'm gonna rush home again, get dressed, I mean, you know, do all my morning stuff, feed the knuckleheads, take a shower, get my lunch together, my coffee together, and get up out of the house. See you later. So, good afternoon, angry teachers. I'm on my way home from work. It was a basically uneventful day. Regular teacher stuff. Tomorrow I'm testing though, so I don't even know if I can record, or if I'll remember, or if I'll have time to, or if we go back to our seventh period. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel at that point, because I'm not a fan of them either. And after testing, I have about 40-something kids that I'm testing, so I'll be tired. It's a lot of paperwork and walking around and making sure this is done and that is done and this is done correctly, and kids are not on their phones or not cheating. So it's a lot. And then 7th period will be a lot. Hopefully some of them don't come, or they leave right after. I don't know. Anyway, so today was, mostly me hanging out with some of my kids, and plus I had a very long planning period, so I got so much done, it's not even funny. Did I get everything done? Heck no. But I got a lot of it done, so that was nice. With that said, I'm so sleepy. While I was just chilling with my 6th period, that's how we ended the day, and we were going over some stuff. Some kids tested today, some most will test tomorrow. But with that said, two of my girls already came to me. They're all excited that they passed. So I'm like, okay, y'all are in team graduation right now, because all you have to do now for the next 2 years is focus on graduation, meaning passing classes, paying your obligations, GPA, grades, community service, ACT, SAT, applying to college, whatever you're doing afterwards. You don't have to worry about this test, because that was a huge part of senior stress. Those who didn't pass in the 10th grade have to worry about passing it 2 years later. But you guys already did it, so that's a good thing. One of my sons, he just got to the building, so I shouldn't even take responsibility for that, but he's on my list now. He didn't pass. He's a high level 2, but he's probably gonna have to take reading again next year. But I'm like, dude, he came from another school literally last week. So there's that. Sorry, dude, and you just have to try harder next time. But two of my girls already passed. I'm happy. Excuse me. Let's see what everybody else has to, how many. Let's see how many pass tomorrow. I'm excited. Happy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. It is the 7th of May, testing day. So I thought, even though I didn't want to, because I'm sleepy, 1, 2, it's leg day, and that's not an inspiring event for me. I thought, you know what? I need the energy. I need to psych myself up for these 45 plus kids that I'll be testing. But anyway, so I just left the gym, leg day, pumped and ready to go. So let's see how today goes. I couldn't find my gloves, guys. I don't know where my gloves are. So I had to put these old crusty ones. I'm gonna keep the crusty ones though. Yeah, I don't know where I put my good gloves, if you will. I found one. The other one, I don't know. I hope I didn't get out of the car and it fell and I left it somewhere. But yeah, so I put on these gloves. They're busting out all over the place. They barely close. They keep popping open while I'm working out. So I'm probably gonna have to invest in another pair, yet another pair. I don't know how people work out without gloves, because those calluses ain't playing, ain't nothing to mess with. But yeah, so hopefully I'll find them before tomorrow, because tomorrow is definitely an arms day. So I'm gonna need use of my knuckles and my hands, if you will. So yeah, anyway, I probably, for obvious reasons, won't be able to show you while I'm testing. Not that I remember anyway, because I have my mind, you know, focused on this test. But hopefully throughout the day, if not the end of it, I'll show you something throughout the day. We'll see. All right. In any case, guys, you go crush today. Make this Thursday a terrific one. Thoughtful but terrific. Go get something done. All right. Love y'all. See you later. So it is testing day. I made it to work. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I have to go down to the testing chair and pick up my bin with all the materials. I brought my laptop, cleaned it off. I'm ready to go. I just need to remember the processes once I get in. But right now I'm feeling good. I'm okay. A little bit hungry for some reason. It's a leg day. Leg day does that to me all the time. I'm gonna pack up my book bag, put the candy in, put my laptop in. Then first period comes for about 40 minutes. Then we take attendance and then release them to go test and see what the results are. And the good thing about this being a computerized exam is that they get the results like within an hour. Scary, because within an hour 10th graders can find out if they're ready to graduate or not. Yes, there are the elements like their grades, their GPAs, their attendance, obligations, student obligations, but this test is one of the barriers that they need to climb over, and they can determine that today in a couple of hours. So with that said, I'll probably check in with you a little bit later. So wish us luck, by the way. Pray for my kids. Yeah. All right. Talk to you later, guy.
Of course, as you mentioned.
So it is, I was going to say 7:12, because that's what my car is saying. Just tested. It went well.
Navigation will be at this volume.
Had a blow up with one of the students. She calmed down and we let her back into test. It was a good day. A lot of the kids passed. They get it back really quickly. Some still didn't get theirs back, but the others did. And most of those who got something back were, you know, it's a positive situation. After work, went to go home. My car wouldn't start. I'm like, come on, are you serious right now? So I had to call my brother to get one of these things that you can, one of these things, the charger, the portable chargers, and it worked. Now the check engine lighted on. The funny thing is that the battery is new. It's less than a year old. And this is the second time it's happened to me. So I am really ticked off right now. Anyway. So that's where I am. I'm very annoyed by the whole thing because it's literally 93 degrees outside, and I had to wait in this heat to have my brother bring the portable charger. Very disappointed, very upset, very frustrated with this battery that everybody, when they test it, says it's okay. Really? Twice? Anyway, so that's where I am. I'm on the way home. I'm gonna go eat. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. So I'm gonna go eat and then go sleep my troubles away, because I'm really upset. I am really upset. Yeah, that's where we are. I have to go find time to go back to this mechanic again. And I think the last time it happened, it was like maybe 6 months ago or less. Enough. All right, so good day overall. Can't complain. Although I will say, do you know that the school provided snacks for my kids? I'm like, okay, that's a nice gesture. That wouldn't be a problem, however, had I not spent almost $60+ on candy for the large set of kids I was supposed to proctor today. I'm like, they brought in their stuff before I could even take out mine. I'm like, okay, so I guess God's trying to tell me something. I guess I'll just use the candy for something else later. Like next week when they're doing presentations, they could just grab some candy and whatever. But I saw them coming with this cart of snacks. I'm like, really? It would have been nice if y'all told me so I wouldn't have to have spent that much money. Anyway, guys, I'm on my way home. I'm tired because, you know, testing wins you. It really does take the wind out of your sails. Even though you're not doing much, although I did have 50 kids, literally 47. So I was walking around and giving pencils and changing laptops that were acting up and distributing their paper, their testing tickets. So it was a lot. Otherwise, not a bad day for teacher appreciation. And I probably should have shown it to you, but it's in the back. A bundt cake. I love me some bundt cake. I didn't get the flavor I wanted. I wanted lemon or carrot cake. I didn't get any of those. I got Oreo cookies and cream or something. So let's see what that tastes like. I'll let you know. Talk to y'all later. Happy Friday, guys. I just made it in from the gym. I had to stop by the ATM and a whole bunch of other stuff and running my mouth, but I'm not going into work today. I have a doctor's appointment. So I guess I'll see you next week. Testing was, I think I told you, testing was okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Tired, went home, came home rather, got some sleep and, you know, whatever. But then I had to get up early again for the gym. You can't let that slack just yet because I know I have my weeks. Anyway, I'm gonna get some stuff done around the house, get some rest, and I'll see y'all on Monday. You guys enjoy yourselves. If you're in South Florida, stay out of the heat. It's like 100 degrees. Have a good weekend, guys. Love y'all. See you in the next video. Make sure you check it out now. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell because the next dope video is coming. And you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. I can guarantee you don't want to miss it. Alright? Talk to y'all later.